All right, shalom everybody. Uh, we had a little difficulty with the software, like I was scheduled to go tomorrow and it will not allow me to go now. Can you believe it? So I have to delete the whole, schedule and redo it again. So anyway, peace for those who love peace and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. A while ago, one of you, he sent me a video. And I will play the video for you. It's about so-called the epic city. The Muslims, they wanted to build a city for Muslims only in Texas. Which me myself, by the way, I'm not against that. And I explained to the person why. It's easy to watch all the terrorists in one place. It's easier for the FBI, it's easier for the CIA, it's easier. Same time, what Muslim city mean? They can't do nothing there. Still you have to be obeyed by the law of Texas. So your city is just a paper of water. It's not even water. But the video, the person who sent to me, it was very important. So I decided to send it to somebody who is very, very, very much connected. And I'm not sure if it's me or somebody else was able to use this video and other videos actually, because the person I spoke to, he said, in fact, I receive other videos, but not this one. And we will work in it. And this is the video I received from one of you. I don't know if this is his channel. And I would like you to hear what they said in this stupid video.
Total Muslim village. So we're still debating on the name, but it's going to be something Muslim name and a village attached to it, right? The names of the streets, Khalid ibn Walid, Tariq bin Ziyad, like all the great conquerors. Like people need to Google those conquerors and know like what are we made of. Yeah, like Google Khalid ibn Walid. Google Tariq bin Ziyad, And then we want to have different sections like Andalusia, this, that, like all our...
First, Abdul, screw you and screw Tariq ibn Ziyad. In fact, Tariq ibn Ziyad was screwed by the Muslims. When he stopped and he could not steal no more from the Spanish, the Caliphate commanded him to come to Damascus and they cut his penis, his neck. So Tariq ibn Ziyad killed by you. Khalid al-Walid is just another scumbag. In fact, he was the enemy of your prophet. He bought him by money. And this guy, Khalid al-Walid, he cooked a Muslim man and he effed his wife in the same night. So now the Muslims, they are going to build a village, a Muslim village in Texas, and they will give the street all the names of the streets of conquerors. And if we give a street name of a conqueror, Muslim conqueror, we conquer America. Absolutely, you are not even 1%. Not to forget to mention that you are a Muslim Sunni. The majority of the Muslims in America are not even Muslims. Those are the nation of Islam. Those people believe that Muhammad is black and the white man is the devil. You are so tiny in number. So tiny. It's not even a mosquito. And you are so excited? Okay. Tell us more about your plan online, you idiot.
We're past glories and we want to bring it back. The way when we're...
You will bring back a glory by a name of a street. Trump, he just went to your countries and he conquered them one by one. And the head of Al-Qaeda was kissing his ass to lift the sanctions. Continue.
We're doing, brother. Like you cannot make it exclusive, like non-Muslims not allowed.
Yeah. It's not allowed. See, you cannot make it exclusive. So what we would do, listen carefully. And here is how those Muslims, they screw themselves with a screwdriver. So it's not allowed to make it Muslims only exclusive. You cannot in America. So what we would do, listen carefully.
Are not allowed. What we're doing, there's something called association fee. I don't know what it's called in Dubai. Like your maintenance fee that you pay yearly, cutting the service fee, to cut the grass, to remove the snow and whatnot. So that service fee will put there 75% of the service fee you're paying goes to the masjid. So
75% from the fees, that by the way, it's a crime. Not because it is about, giving it, like, it's not about how much. It's about you are taking fees. You're supposed to do service for them, yet you are taking it to a mosque. He just said, like to clean the snow, to do stuff, to clean the street, So this is a fraud. You Muslims are a bunch of a fraud. So you want to charge people fees for maintenance, but in reality, you want to put the money in the mosque. Tell us more, Abdul.
They will all tell you don't want to come.
Automatically, if you are a practicing Christian, I would advise you, why help the Muslims, They Muslims do their own thing, right? So this is the way we're going to put that clause. And our attorney already put it there. So we have, brother, think about it. Like a guy comes from Bangladesh, has no idea about anything. Brother, we're putting an application now where we're selecting the names of the streets in the United States of America. We're putting the subdivision laws. Like, hey, this is the law. One of the laws being your yearly contribution, 75% of it goes to support the masjid. That's going to be there. Under 79-acre land. So like you said, brother, masjid, homes, a total Muslim village. So we're still debating on the name, but it's going to...
This is not even the size of a farm in Texas. Yeah, okay.
Be something Muslim name and a village attached to it, right? The names of the streets, Khalid ibn Walid, Tariq bin Ziyad, like all the great conquerors. Like people need to Google those conquerors and know like what are we made of.
And look, they are so excited. Anyway, so today they receive a screwdriver in their butt and their prophet butt. And this is the news. Let's listen.
It is the planned Muslim-centric neighborhood set just 40 miles north of Dallas, and it's got a lot of attention nationwide and from the top leaders of Texas. Yesterday, Governor Greg Abbott announcing the state has halted any construction of Epic City and has launched multiple investigations into development,
including criminal investigations. I don't want to use my middle finger, Muslims. I want to keep my hands clean. Do you see how we fingered your criminals' plan? Not only they stop your so-called Muslim village, many of you is going to be arrested and you will be roasted. And just to remind you, the governor of Texas is a very, very, very conservative Christian. What about making him pay 75% maintenance fee so you send it to the mosque? You little tiny. I mean, you're so dumb and so stupid. And not only, I mean, so dumb even to publish this in public, you donkey. I cannot believe it. The level of stupidity. And now the investigation actually not only local, no, because this is involved international. As I heard from the person I spoke to, he told me, we have more information. This is not even local. So they are receiving money from international, and I don't know where, we will see if it's true or not. And the investigation is going to come into conclusion very soon. However, the whole village is not going to happen because obviously this is it's not legal for us to make a Muslim village. Anyone can buy anywhere. You cannot say, I want to sell in this building only certain kind of people. You cannot even rent. If you put your house for rent, and somebody came to you and he is a Muslim, you cannot say to him, I'm not going to rent a Muslim. you know, like I can give any excuse you want. Like you can say you have a bad credit. You can say, you know, but to say you are a Muslim, I will not rent you, that is impossible. You know, you will be in trouble. But the Muslims, because Islam is evil, and here you see how they are satanic. They are laughing how they will make, like, we will make the Christians pay us money to the mosque. That alone deserve at least, you know, whoever is involved in this, at least 10 to 15 years in jail. You know, America is not like Europe. You know, here there's no joke. You know, here a little thing can cost you 10, 15 years. Do you know a person who have a porn in his computer, how many years will stay in jail in USA? Between 20 to 25 years. A porn for a child. This is America, Abdul. So if your prophet was in America and they open his computer, for sure, we will see a lot of porn for children. Your prophet will be arrested immediately and will be sent to the pedophile jail, and most likely the criminals inside the jail will not let him go alive. We have a Muslim, Abdul, saying that all the churches here in QandA are turning into mosques. True story, true story. I believe you. That's a good one, good one. So listen, I mean, you idiot. Me alone, I made what is equal to the size of a city leave Islam. Me alone, humbly. We are making your kids in America, in Canada, in Europe spit on Muhammad and his book. Did you watch the video of Mimi Blue Job? Do you want to play it for you? I can find the video for you if you want. Do you want? Let me show you. We will go back to the news, but we want to make the Abdul happy. All right. Where is the video? Here we go.
I mean, I was.
What is the most religion losing believers? According to 3 Abduls.
I mean, I was reading something from Pew Research.
Mimi Blue Job, I don't know who is the guy next to him, and Mufti Monkey. I was reading something from Pew Research
That said in America, 24% of Muslims apostate.
24% of the Muslims are apostate? Only? I don't believe it. There's no way. I mean, you go to the nightclub, you will see your daughters there with no panties. Continue.
We say Islam is the fastest growing religion in the globe. I want to tell you something.
Mufti Ming saying, many they say Islam is the fastest growing religion in the globe. I want to tell you something. Tell us.
Something that I've studied. Okay. It's the religion with the large number of defectors.
It is the religion of the large numbers of defectors. Are you there, Abdul? May Allah defect you. All right, we go back. to the news. Now, I know not many people expect me to come here live. By the way, the program we scheduled for tomorrow, I just will reschedule, is going to be the same time tomorrow. I scheduled it about, I think, previously around 1 p.m. New York time. So I will, after I finish, I will reschedule it. So we will continue with this guy Sajid or Sajjad. So we laugh at him. Nothing changed, all right? And I will post the link for you later. So let us see the news, continue with the news, and see exactly what's going on.
Into development alongside the Department of Justice. My next guest has been following this story closely, and joining me now is a senior journalist for Texas Scorecard, Aaron Anderson. Aaron, thanks for being with us here today. Let's set a little background for those who are just catching up on the story of Epic City. It is a planned development under a existing Muslim community and mosque, where the plan suggests 1,000 homes, a mosque, a community center. It does not suggest you have to be Muslim to live in the community, but it will be a life centered around the values and the life of Islam. It has garnered a ton of attention and a lot of concern. Here you see that not only has Governor Abbott and Attorney General Ken Paxton, but the Department of Justice for the United States launched investigations into Epic City. I know you have visited it recently. Can you give us a little bit of an update on what you've seen, what's happening out there?
Well, yes, thanks, Will. The development or planned development has caused a lot of interest and concern. It is being developed by a group that has been based in the city of Plano for more than a decade. They decided to expand. They bought property in the unincorporated county, and so far it's just basically farmland and marketing. So they started last year marketing the properties. And as you mentioned, the plans are expansive: homes, a mosque, community centers, schools. But that's all on paper right now. Right? It's still empty farmland. They're still in the very preliminary early stages of the development. And so it was interesting to see Governor Abbott's message on X stating that he had halted construction because no construction has even come close to beginning.
Empty farmland, right?
Empty farmland.
Empty farmland and plans for Epic City. Now, this is going to come with a whole host of issues and debates. And the
Anyway, so already the Department of Justice, they have many of the Muslim videos, and they were watching carefully, and I'm sure maybe they were watching their phones. And I'm sure many of them, those who they are involved in this, are suspected terrorists. So when we see here, it says criminal investigation. I mean, there's not even a project yet. It's only in paper. So why is going to be a criminal investigation unless they have leads of a crimes happening? You know what I mean? So if we say criminal investigation, it's not about just, okay, we will not give you a license to build it. It's not about stopping you from doing anything, because he did not do anything yet. There's nothing. It's just a land. Include investigation into the project, which means investigation money, investigation money laundering maybe, investigation criminal behavior, or criminal project, like what is behind it. So, and this is not involved locally no more. As you see, it is, say, U.S. Department of Justice. So this is beyond local authority. It's not local county sheriff. This is now something way bigger. And as you see here, this matter and similar matter are taken very seriously, and actions are being taken to address all concern. So when the governor, he says such a thing, obviously he has a very solid information in his hands he can depend on to come to such a conclusion and to start such an investigation. In fact, this video alone is enough to prove that those are a bunch of criminals, and they are hoping to conquer America. Nothing new. We know what Muslims is about. They hate this country, they hate every country, unless this country become a Muslim country. The Quran, chapter 5, verse 51 says, take not Christians and Jews as a friends, and the one who take them as a friend, he is one of them. He is an apostate. So those goats sitting together, and they were in Dubai, you know, they thought, okay, the one is watching is the people in Dubai. They forgot that the world became a village, and anything you say in the internet will go all over the world. So when they say this, they gave a lot of attention to themselves, and they opened the eyes on the butt of every Abdul connected to such a project. And then I'm sure it took them some time before they come to, like, let us say, to make decision, because first they will watch you, they will collect information about you, they will check where your money is coming from, who is your connection internationally, locally, what kind of organizations, because this is not just individuals. So the criminal investigation have to be done against people who are committing crimes. And obviously, we know what kind of people we are talking. This guy, the one in the right, this is the guy who said that non-Muslims are the same as a cow, which in fact something the Quran says in the chapter of An'am. And he own a Mercedes-Benz, yet he live in England and he don't have a job. The other one who is talking about the village, he is from Texas, which means he is a migrant, and most likely he is a Abdullah from Pakistan. A Pakistani Muslim want to build a city in Texas, and he want to force the Christians to pay 75% to the mosque. So we tell them this is for maintenance, but we take it to the mosque, which means a clear scam, a fraud, an act of deception. It's a bigger crime in America. Not only they are trying, you know, even he mentioned that who is the Christian when I go and join the city? You know, who's going to do that? You want to join us? No problem, you will pay us.
Yeah, like Google Tariq bin Ziyad, you know? And then we want to have different sections like Andalusia, this, that, like all our...
Andalusia, they are dreaming about taking back Spain. And you see those stupid people in Spain, they keep shouting free Palestine. You stupid mental donkeys in Spain, those Muslims, they are dreaming about the day they can conquer you again. And the stupid you shout free Palestine when every one of Hamas want to slaughter you and kidnap your daughters. They want to call sanctions Andalusia. You remember the map of ISIS, the map of Al-Qaeda, the map of every Muslim, including Spain and the Vatican. And yet the stupid Pope, the previous one, he keeps speaking, supporting Gaza, when everybody in Gaza wish to kill him. What a bunch of donkeys, hippies. You make me sick, stupid idiots. They want to kill you and you kiss their ass. This is what happened to the hippie European. They are mentally ill, stupid, idiots, and they are self-destruction nation. I will not cry for you. You get what you deserve.
Past glories, and we want to bring it back. The way what we're doing, brother, like you cannot make it exclusive, like non-Muslims not allowed, Kuffar not allowed. What we're doing, there's something called association fee. I don't know what it's called in Dubai. Like your maintenance fee that you pay yearly, cutting the service fee, to cut the grass, to remove the snow and whatnot. So that service fee will put there 75% of the service fee you're paying goes to the masjid.
So they will automatically not want to come.
Automatically, if you are a practicing Christian, I would advise you, why help the Muslims, you know?
Absolutely, we are coming to town. Just wait. In fact, if this city open, as you know, I'm not a gay, but I'm going to rent a house and put the flag of gay there. Just for fun, you know? and let us see what you can do about it. And then I will get a bunch of guys who rent cars or even use their cars driving inside your city, and they have the gay flag in the back of their trucks. And then I will rent another house or buy a house, and I will play Christian music all day long. You cannot call the police for me because I can play loud music until 10 p.m. at night. Abdul. Well, I'm so glad that they are coming after you. You want to build a conquer city, Abdul? Are you sure? Okay. Get ready. The cowboys of Texans are coming to town. They will open a beer hub. Can you stop them? Can you say no? Can you? Anyway, so I saw this in news, you know, and I'm glad that the government of Texas is doing the right thing. For me, by the way, I like actually if all the Muslims in America, they are joined in one place. I'm serious about that because this is easier for the FBI to watch them, to watch their movement, what they are doing. And instead of spreading your forces to watch everywhere in the world, I mean in USA, and it's a massive country. One town, one city, all of them there, watch them carefully, who's coming, who's going, who is flying, who is leaving. It's a lot easier. For me, it's not really a big deal. But we know that those people are so stupid. In fact, who is going to live in a Muslim town? I assure you, the street will be dirty, the service will be horrible. Can you run your own internet? No. You will call AT&T or other companies. Can you run any business? Can you even clean the street? No, you cannot. You are Abdul. Even in Dubai, Muslims do not know until now how to clean the street, thanks to the foreign workers who come from abroad. So listen, Abdul. You got busted. Your thought on chip, so currency, I don't know what you mean, ship currency. What does that mean? What does it have to do with our topic? We're talking about Abdul, you are talking about currency. Are you suffering from flight of thought? Focus, focus. Focus with me. Are we doing business now? Anyway, you know, actually, those kind of videos are very important because that will show you how hateful and evil community, so-called Islam. You bring them to this country or any country. Look what they are planning for. You see, you bring an Indian, he is a Hindu, he don't do that. He's a Hindu, yes. You know, he built a temple for himself in America, okay. But they don't do that. You bring any religion, you bring a Buddhist, they don't do that. Any religion you can imagine, the only one is full of hatred, and they dream about conquering you. Imagine you bring them to their country, you give them visas, you give them citizenship. They kiss they kiss the butt of America to get a visa. And after you bring them, what do they want to do? Their dream is to abuse you, to enslave you. Very hateful, garbage religion. I'm not being mean to you. You say things doesn't make sense for me. I don't know why what are you doing today. You said to me that in Canada, churches are turned into mosques. I don't know if you are ignorant or not. You see, Christians, churches in the West are not owned by government. It's a private owned buildings. So when a church gets bigger, or even sometimes the group of those people, they decide to shut down the building because simply they are moving somewhere. They decide to move to different building, bigger building. They put that building for sale. Whoever in the market, he buy it. This is not converting a church into a mosque. So either you are ignorant or you like just to say, silly stuff. Those are owned privately. It's not owned by the government. If now I decide to open a church, all what I need is to buy a building, get the permit from the city, and then we have a church. Then the church gets bigger. Oh, the church doesn't fit for us. So what we do, we collect money and we buy a bigger building, and then the old building we are moving. We are not going to be here no more. We put it for sale. So if a Muslim, he buy a building, you call it a church, when it in fact is not a church. So it's not because the Christians are abandoning churches. This is something very normal, happen all the time. Or a building is very old, the maintenance of it is cost more than buying a new building. Do you understand? So don't say silly stuff. A church is where Christians they gather. It's not really a special place coming from the sky. It is holy ground. It is a ground of holiness when we pray. We can pray in the anywhere. We can pray in the desert. We can pray in the mountain. You can pray in your kitchen. So you say things either out of knowledge, or the Muslims, maybe they said that to you and you think it's true. In America, if your house is close to a church, the price is cheap. Anyone knows why? Anyone knows why property close to churches are cheap? Because you will not find a place for your car to park. It's going to be a very crowded street. It's not empty. Some churches, they contain tens of thousands. Like we are talking about Texas. So last time I did a seminar in Texas, the hall where I did the seminar at least fit for 5,000–6,000 people in one church. And those churches, they start a small building, the number grow, we move to different building, we sell the previous one, we build it, etc. It's like you have a house, you have one kid, one room is enough. 2 kids, no, it's not enough. 3 rooms, 4 rooms, 5 rooms. Depend, or the opposite. It can be, let us say, the church is facing difficulty. They are not able to maintain the property. They are not receiving enough donation. Maybe the one they started, they thought they can get more donation, but now they get bigger dream, and the dream could not be continued. So they sell it and buy something even smaller. So it can work either way. So all the churches in the West are privately owned. The only churches in USA is sponsored by and organized churches is the Catholic and the Orthodox. Why? Because it's not a private group opening a church. It's an organized system, like the Catholic and the Orthodox. So the Catholic, in order to open a church, they have to get permission from the bishop. The bishop have to get a permission from the Vatican. And then they make a budget. And then it's owned by the Catholic Church, not by a group of people. So, depend who is the one who owned the church or the building of the church. All right, did I explain to you? Yeah, many churches, they have many service because one is not enough. The population is so big. There's many churches, even they do their service in the stadium because their churches cannot fit no more in the stadium. Anyway, again, I am not against Muslims to build their own village. I believe it's even better. So you can, the authority, they can watch them carefully. At the same time, they will be screwed because Muslims don't like to live with Muslims. I assure you that. A Muslim kid will not be safe if he play in the street of a street full of Muslims. In Yemen, they force children to wear a chastity belt. And you know why. Muslims in the Middle East, they will pay any money to live in a Christian street or a Christian territory. They don't trust Muslims. When I used to be in the Middle East, I go and visit kids in my age, like I was a high school. You know, high school in the Middle East, we have a beard. We are not teenage no more. I have a beard, he have a beard. When I go to his home, this person I'm talking about, he take me all the way to the living room where his mom and his sister are sitting, and for sure I respect all of them. I never look bad at them, I never spoke bad about them. I'm a Christian. So he trusts me to go and sit with his sisters. And you know, the Muslims, when they sit at home, they wear very, very open clothes. I mean, short, see-through sometime. They are very, it's the opposite from what you think about them, you know, like you can imagine what they dress. But when other kid from the school, he come to join us, right away, he will take me to the guest room. He will close all the doors. He will tell all the girls to go inside, and then he opened the door for his Muslim friend. Is that telling you something? I was wondering, I mean, what happened? Why, you know, I thought in the beginning they are maybe like they don't care, you know, like, no. He will not let a Muslim see his sister or his mother. I go sit inside. I sit with them. I sit next to his mom, next to his sister. For sure, I will never do something wrong. He was a nice guy to me. I'm very nice to them. I will never look at his families in any bad way. But they don't trust Muslims. I learned that from very early age. Muslims don't trust Muslims. I remember a very important man, he is a Muslim. He used to come to visit my parents. In the street, his wife, she is wearing hijab. As soon she enter our door, she take off her coat, she take off her hijab, and she is wearing a skirt which is considered very short for someone supposedly is very conservative Muslim. Even there's no sleeves for her dress. So when a Muslim, he come to visit us, his wife, she don't wear a scarf, she's wearing short skirt. It's totally different the second she leave the door. Before she leave the door, going out of our house, she put the hijab. She is careful. She look in the mirror to be sure no hair is showing. She wear the long coat. She put even gloves in her hands. Right? And God is my witness, I'm sharing the truth. Muslims don't trust Muslims. So who is going to live in that city? Nobody. Nobody. Let us see. How do you say CP? Eat the house of the Muslim, sleep at the house of the Christian. Yeah, you are right. The Muslims, they say, no, they don't say actually eat in the house of a Muslim. They say eat in the house of a Druze. The Druze are very well known, but this is depends where you live, you know. The Druze are very well known that they are people who they are very welcoming, like they have their, let us say, a very deceiving welcoming. So if you go to visit the Druze, they will overwhelm you with their hospitality. So this is why they say you go and eat in the house of the Druze, because they are very welcoming. But you can't sleep in their house, and you can't sleep in the house of a Muslim, because you might end dead. And you sleep in the house of a Christian. Those are the Druze. If you go to their house, they are extremely, they will show you how much welcome you are. But nobody trusts them. So you don't sleep in their house. You don't sleep in the house of a Muslim. You sleep in the house of a Christian. Because you guarantee you will wake up in the morning alive. That is not granted if you do it in the house of a Muslim. Christ, he did not have an army, neither a massive number of believers. Yet he changed the whole world. And if the Lord is with you, who could be against you? So thank you again for being here. Until we see you tomorrow, I will update you about the coming time, and mostly will be around 1 p.m. New York time tomorrow, or maybe something like that. Until then, God is good, so is Jesus. I mean to that. See ya.